can recess momentarily just to get some basic stuff done and bring pressure to it. At his correct time, right?
They thought I was gonna be early.
Yeah, that's all right. So we'll go ahead and just get started a couple minutes early and go ahead.
All right. Alrighty. So for all of you, this is the
same one you guys?
No, this has been
updated.
This has been updated. It's still the same stuff, the same language and everything. But so we had the workshop that we had and discussed. So we adjusted the border in the Victoria area. You can see we are following that Three Fork Creek here, up through here, and basically crossing back across where that meeting point was, where Newburgh is doing their project too. So
Near Independence.
correct. So basically, Newburgh's coming up through here. They've got a point that they're stopping at. We're coming down. We'll basically meet them down there at that point with their
stretch down 92.
Correct, yeah, and then over here on Route 92, we were originally ending about this 92/9, we're ending up in that area and crossing over, but we have since extended it down 92 to the Raccoon Creek road intersection to encompass there's about 10 or so homes on that road there. So that is where we're going down through there, and then the documents that you have there's a map in there as well. And
Roughly how many families are you grasping in the expansion both
in the whole thing, if I remember correctly, I think it's somewhere around 100 or so. I know this the whole Independence area and the Five Fork Creek and those areas, those are where the majority of them are. And then up in these areas, there's 10 or 12 or so in each different little area. So I'd say it's about 100.
Okay.
I think it was originally the count was about 150, but that was before we knew about Newburgh's project, and obviously they're gonna have customers now, so say about 100.
Was there any additional dialogue or, has there been concerning having emergency backup with Newburgh and?
That has not been discussed any further yet at this time, no.
Definitely something good for the future, I think, is
Yeah.
to look at that, because that just makes sense to be able to back each other up.
That little triangle projecting out there, is that something we changed? Like,
Down at the bottom?
no, over on the other side, right there.
This here?
Yeah.
No, that was from the original.
No, it's on there. Yeah, it's on there. I'm looking at both maps, and the only changes like you showed down here at the bottom.
Yeah,
they
down
dropped
here.
down in the eastern part, and then the western part they pulled up. So,
Yeah, this was always kind of where we ended at there, because I believe
Yeah, I
that's
seen that.
where,
Yeah.
I believe Kingwood kind of comes to that area, so we're, again, meeting about where they end their area at there, so.
I don't think I have anything additional. My one question is when you expand to take in certain areas, if the other side of the road wasn't part of that, is it as easy as if someone has property there wanting to connect into it, if the water's coming through? Does that make sense? If this expansion is taking in,
You still,
certain people-
if it is my understanding, because when Kingwood did that down here in Pleasantville, they stopped, and right across the road was 3 more people.
Right.
They still had to come and ask for permission to take them in, because technically they were part of another PSD, they were part of that PSD in fact. But they weren't out that way yet, this PSD wasn't out that way yet, so, or maybe it was PSD 4, it doesn't matter, it's one of the other PSDs, and they actually had to come to us and say, look, we just want to go 50 more feet. And that's all it was. Yeah, I know it seems absurd, but that's the rule of the game. Yeah.
Do you have any concerns with?
Well, no, I think when I had spoke with you the last time about, there was an expansion, if we could get in a group of people and you were able to take in, I think,
Yes.
10 more people just by
Mhm.
barely adjusting it.
Mhm.
I had met with that lady after that fact, just to hone in on this, to make sure that we were getting them in on this expansion. And she had mentioned that, maybe Travis Jennings, I'm not, somebody on the other side had a large plot that they were looking, I don't wanna say maybe to develop or to farm or something, they might be interested in the water too, so, and I think that they're literally just across the road from that, so I didn't know
If they wanted it, it would be,
if now would be the time for.
now they better say something now.
Okay, so I'll
Because
reach
if it's
out to them.
completed,
Right.
it's done.
So that was my question, so we're gonna, I think, put into motion today for this process to start. And so if that's what we do, I'll reach out to them
Okay.
today or tomorrow and get you their information if that's what they're wanting to do, so that you can get that, because
Yeah, now's the time to do it. They
But I mean,
don't,
can we really move forward with that when the map may be adjusted again?
no, yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes, we can, because that is a very minor thing. Because like I said, we allowed Kingwood to
that's
do
why you
that
have your
because there
time
was
for public
agreement.
comment and.
There was agreement between Kingwood and the other PSD that actually had that area, and they said, we have no problem, we're too far away. We're not planning on going that way anytime soon, but Kingwood, like I said, was literally within a few hundred feet of where they were going to, and they said, and they already had the equipment there, the ground tore up and everything else, so it wasn't that big a deal.
Okay, well,
And that's a thing too in the future that say, if this is a person wanting to develop it for homes or anything like
You
that.
gotta know that.
In the future, they could say, hey, we're planning to put, 10 homes here, who do we need to talk to about water? They can
Exactly.
Talk to PSD one, and that's
Well, it just makes
a
a huge
minor,
difference with line
adjustment to it then
size
at that point.
and, stuff like that, that if we could take care of that now,
Mhm.
it saves a lot of work and money in the future.
Well, then again, like you said, if somebody says, hey, you guys are bringing this to this point. I am planning on developing this piece of property, and I got 50 lots here, I want water.
Oh, yeah.
Then you know whether or not you need pump stations and how.
And that might not be the case, I don't know the whole story, but
And in
Well, I
my,
knew that, but
It
but
makes
there
a
again, if
difference.
somebody sees something, they may say, hey, I can develop this now.
and in my experience, there seems, some people tend to put the cart before the horse sometimes, and then they get themselves into some, oh, hey, how in the world do we do this?
Well, and that's, I've seen that happen with certain people that want to develop property in this county, and all of a sudden they realize, I don't have sewer, I don't have water.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I was gonna build 100 homes, now I can't do it. And it's like, well,
And it's not just as simple as say, oh yeah, just run the line out, here we go, look
it's,
at a lot of
it's
different
not
things.
that simple. It's not that simple.
okay, all right.
Alrighty, so yeah, this is, I guess, our official submission.
Yep.
Would you guys like to keep this for the public, I guess, comments parts
Yes,
or,
that would be
or
great.
anything?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We do need a motion, so at this time, I move to approve PSD one's request to begin the expansion of their territory. The territory expansion should follow the guidelines set forth in this map and that we set forth in the June 21st work session.
No, second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the request to move forward with the PSD one service territory expansion as outlined. Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes,
Yes.
go forth and do good things.
Sounds good. So, just from, what are the next kind of
So
steps
I
here that
talked
we
I
do?
talked to Jay, our prosecuting attorney, and he has some time off today. I'm gonna try to talk to him, but I'm sure they
There
can
are
talk to him.
Public
I
meetings.
believe there's two public meetings that are spaced out a certain period of time, and then there is, what would you say, public ads or, public notice?
Notice.
What you have to do, generally speaking, is you have to do a legal
Legal notice.
notification saying you're gonna have a public hearing. You have to do it at least 30 days out from when the hearing is going to be held. And then you have to give so many days, and depends, so many days of public, after the meeting for people to make written comments. Then you have to advertise the next one prior to that,
Mhm.
30 days, which technically you can have,
Yeah.
put advertisements out there, just so they stagger them out, because I've done that.
Mhm.
Or I have, so I could do it like literally 30 days apart from each other.
Mhm.
As long as they're 30 days apart.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Mr. Rayback will be notifying and getting in contact with you guys with all of that stuff once we have clarification. This is
Okay.
our first water expansion, as a commission as a whole in a very long time in the county. And we need to make certain that we are doing everything as we need to do as well. So you can anticipate public hearings and a time of a notification where legal notices have to go out. And so we just have to get exactly what that is, and we'll reach out to you with that information.
Sounds good, yeah, just let me know any way I can, help or anything you guys need tomorrow.
Perfect. And
I'm sure
Nate,
you-
do you have his contact?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I'm sure you'll hear something later today or tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry you guys had to hang out with us for a little bit.
Who takes care of publishing the public hearing?
That
It would be
is
you
us.
guys,
That would be-
probably.
That would be at your expense.
Yeah. And it's about, in the local budget, about $28. Depending on how many lines you have. I'm just gonna let you know.
Thank you.
We'll work through this together. Our office will coordinate with you guys just to make sure we're all doing what we need to do.
The big thing is getting it published in the time, head, like I said, it's gotta be a minimum 30 days. It can be right at 30 days. And that's 30 calendar days, not 30 business days. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's literally that. There's one format, public paper, or is it multiple? That's, it's generally just the local paper, and that's it.
It meets the
Whatever,
requirements.
whatever paper serves the local community. So,
All right, we'll move on to commissioner comments. Commissioner Thomas, do you have anything?
I really don't have anything, I'm just recovering from last week.
Okay.
okay.
Commissioner Smith?
The solid waste authority meeting last week, we did receive a litter control grant for $2,000.
Oh, yay.
It was pretty good, considering that was about, they only gave out $22,000.
Pretty good.
Really, that's about it. We do, like I said, we have a few things coming up. On Thursday, I will be, just remind you all, I will be at that West Virginia First Foundation regional director election thing for Clinton County. And I was rereading some of the information about what they said to us. So just, from the Attorney General's office. So
That's good.
we will see how they.
I do have a little bit of information. I've been working with Division of Highways and also some Camp Dawson, our center down here, to get the triangle there at the 26th and the Cadell Bridge area completely clear cut back, that they're gonna do some sort of a welcome sign, something. So that is in the process of taking place. It was supposed to happen like a week or so ago, a couple weeks maybe now. But the equipment broke down and something happened and they didn't get here because it's a heavy equipment operations from down south that has to come and take care of that. It's special stuff that
Yeah, they had
cuts those
like-
trees.
They had it's like a utility brush hog.
Yeah. And,
They were
when I
there
was-
last night.
when I was following up, it's this week, when I was following up on it, I was also, I told yesterday by Mike Daly that there is going to be, from the Commission, Secretary of Transportation's office, they have ordered that West Virginia 7 through Mon and Preston counties to be completely ditched and
They actually started.
mowed.
on that.
I saw them turn out mowed
They
from
started on it.
through Mon and Preston County over the next couple of weeks. So you can expect delays if you're traveling Route 7 from between Mon and Preston County. So find a different route. Kingwood Pike's pretty smooth now, so go that way.
Fleets
Um,
were-
And then working to get a meeting with Morrissey and one of our local groups here is interested in him coming and talking with them. So working to coordinate that. And so information on that will be forthcoming. And then I think that's all that I have, other than outside of county commission business. It's going to be a really awesome show down here at the Civic Center this weekend that one of those nonprofits that I work with is hosting, and 4-species jackpot show down here at the Civic Center, where you'll have cattle, goats, lambs, hogs, all of it will be indoors. We're completely transforming that, and so it's gonna be a great time. Food vendors, clothing vendors, and all kinds of really cool stuff going on at the Civic Center this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So come check it out. It'll be cool. All day, every day, all weekend. So anyway, that's all that I have. Do you have anything? Anything else done? All right, this meeting is adjourned. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do that.